So, if we could start just by you explaining it all to me in very basic terms.
That's something of a challenge.
Just an overview, as though I'm an idiot.
Okay. So the brainstem is responsible for the automatic processes necessary for a body to function, breathing, blood pressure, and so on. It is also responsible for relaying important information necessary for consciousness.
I think I knew that much.
Well, perhaps you should clarify how much of an idiot I'm to think you are.
Why the secrecy around the project?
I wouldn't call it secrecy as such.
I would. I mean, if you asked the man in the street, he'd describe your work as sci-fi or horror nonsense.
Would he?
Will you admit there are brain-dead people walking around Glasgow?
I take it you've never seen Sucky Hall Street on a Sunday morning.
And nobody saw fit to fully inform the public? I mean, the ethical, legal and moral implications...
We're hardly working under cover of darkness here. What your man in the street does or doesn't know is hardly my responsibility.
Did you experiment on humans?
I beg your pardon?
Well, I'm no scientist, but I can't imagine you just stuck your wee brain computer in somebody's head first time and they got up and went home for a cup of tea.
Well, naturally, several trials were conducted in accordance with every law and procedure.
Yeah, how is that possible?
These are procedures that were followed to the letter.
You know, how can anybody who's dead consent to you experimenting on their brain?
I suppose they must have.
Oh, you suppose they must have? You cut people's heads open and took control of their existence because you suppose they must have?
Everybody wants to live.
You don't know that?
Of course I know that.
Your arrogance.
No, your arrogance. Conducting thought experiments when not a single person out there given the choice between eternal oblivion or going home and having a cup of tea, as you put it.
My mother would...
Choose
Would have.
Mary McCafferty? Car accident.
Mary McCafferty, car accident.
Well, as I recall, her...
My wee mum believes in heaven. And she's lived a good life, put up with her fair share of... She was looking forward to having coffee mornings and sing songs with the big man, telling him all her stories. You took that away from her.
That was hardly going to happen with or without
She
my...
doesn't know. My brother's fucked off again, of course, so we've got her at the house. How do I tell her she's dead?
Well, while you ponder that, might I suggest you consider that you could have buried her weeks ago. Have you got children?
My daughter's 10 months.
Well, we don't start forming even implicit memories until 2.
I'm going to stop you.
I can't see how.
Oh, this article is just the beginning. And believe you me, once